Folks, as evidenced today, we're a department that values our history and our traditions. This organization was built upon a strong foundation created by our past members and leaders who we honor today. Without their visions, we couldn't tackle the challenges of the future. As we build upon our traditions and hopefully start a few new ones, we'd like to begin today by reading the names of our departed members, and we've added 4 names to the roll this year. As each name is read, Senior Engineer Paul Stewart will ring the bell. Colonel, you ready? Okay. First will be Charlotte Bacon.
George Adams, Jr. Frank Manolowitz. Assistant Chief Austin Bucky. Chief Edward Bacon. Edward Bottolato. Whitey Ballard. Sal Bellucci. Captain Michael Bevavino. Stuart Bidwell. Henry Bischoff. Kenneth Brainerd. Alexander Brilliant Sr. Chief Harold Burke. Louis Button. Thomas Canfield.
Thank you, Mr. Bacon. Leona Griswold will lead the next list.
Deputy Chief Paul French, John Fulton, Raymond Gallup, Captain Thomas Garrity, Arthur Agruti, Charles Gilbert, Lieutenant William Goldberg, Mary Goodwin, Captain Howard Griswold, Chief Leonard Griswold, Captain Raymond Griswold, William Griswold Jr., Arthur Hale, 2-term Chief Cole Hawkins, Edward P. Hayes Sr.
Thank you, Mr. Griswold. Next is retired Deputy Chief Richard College.
Captain Tommy Hayes, Richard Haynes, Norman Herrick, A. Holmberg, Charlie Horton, Hewlett Hunt, Chief Gerald Huntoon, Captain Robert Huntoon, Chief's Aide, Lieutenant Cliffy Josephs, George Calvert, A. Keene, Chief Harry Kelly, E. King, Anton Kravetsky, and Charlie Croft.
Thank you. Lieutenant P. Griswold.
Lieutenant Joseph Carbonero, Chief Engineer Philip Carpenter, John Caruso, Axel Christensen, Chief Frank Churchill, Lieutenant Dudley Cook, Edward Courtney, James Dalo, Anthony DeLauro, Pete Derazinski, Henry DiMartino, Louis Donatelli, Benjamin Elmore, Chief Star Elmore, Francis Flanagan.
Captain John Francolini.
Chief. Oh, I'm here. You're ahead of me, Paul. All right, let's get serious. Chief Cleveland Ladd, Joseph Levasseur, Herman Libera, Eli Lifshitz, Charles McSheffrey Jr., Chief William McGaldy, Anthony Mangillo, Thomas McGuire, Captain William McKenzie, Louis Meehan, Irving Millen, Ernest Mills, Chief James Mingo, Roger Montavani, David Moser, Dr. David Moser.
Next is Captain Dave Hawkins.
Not yet.
Nicholas Basilia, Edward Palmer, Charles Pollard Sr., Bo Peterson, Leo Brigaletti, Wilford Rochette, Alexander Roman, Benjamin Roy, Richard Roy, Raymond Sargent, Louis Schroedhofer, Louis Schambach, Reverend Robert Shea, Frank Smith, and Leonard Snyder.
Next up is Bob O'Brien, son of past member Miles O'Brien, who's here in attendance today. Welcome, Miles.
Harold Sultan, Albert Supa, Joseph Spadassini, Charles Spencer, H. Spencer, Robert Spencer, Captain Jack Starrett, Francis Stevens, Robert Sylvester, Edward Ulysses, Chief James Vincetti, Lieutenant James Walker, Assistant Chief Frederick Weber, Chief Eli Wetmore, A. Wilson, and Fire Marshal Edward Zack.
Folks, long before telephones, two-way radios, and even computers and fire apparatus, fire departments used the telegraph system to communicate. Red fire alarm boxes were found on every street corner of America, and when the handle was pulled, a telegraph code specific to that street corner was sent to the fire department. Each fire station had a bell connected to the telegraph, which would ring in accordance with the signal that was sent. The telegraph system was also used to deliver department-wide messages, and when a firefighter died in the line of duty, the fire alarm office would tap out a special code. That simple code was 5 dashes, a pause, 5 dashes, another pause, then 5 more dashes. This became universally known as tolling the bell, or 5 bells, which was broadcast over all fire alarm circuits. This signal is a sign of honor and respect for all firefighters who have passed on it, and has become a time-honored tradition. We will now have 5 bells for our departed members. Lieutenant Tutu.
Detail, attention! Preset, arms! Order, arms!
This concludes our Memorial Day portion of the program.